Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, today we're going to talk about the tight end battle that's getting ready to take place with the USC football Trojans getting ready to start this spring. Listen, it is March 11th, and you guys know spring practice starts March 19th. So it's about to be go time. It's about to be on the popping, on the cracking. And coincidentally, you guys know, just did a video on the running backs last week. And stemming from that, this comment came here. And this is coming from BFC Voltron. And he says this: content is great, man. I would like to see you speak on the tight end room with the freshmen coming in and Walker Lyons. Listen, you guys know, those who've been following me for a while, I did a video actually on Walker Lyons, but I'm going to cover him again today just to kind of refresh you guys' memory. We have several tight ends. We're going to talk about them. It is going to be an absolute battle. You guys can drop those comments. You guys can tell me what you think. I'm going to start with the most experienced guy on the tight end roster right now, and we'll take a look at his information real quick. Let's go. All right, the first guy, the most experienced guy on the roster, is going to be this guy, McCree. You guys know McCree, standing at 6'4", 245 pounds. Look, man, he is an absolute monster. He had 26 catches on this year, 262 yards, 1 TD. And look, man, it's straight up go time with him with a 10.1 average. He's going to be a guy that's the most experienced guy that we have for the USC football Trojans. You guys see how elusive he is. You get up there, make some things happen. You see him did that jump against Notre Dame. Absolutely made the dude look lost in the sauce. But he's the most experienced guy. Comes from Austin, Texas. And you see him wearing that big number 87, standing at 6'4", 245 pounds. He's hurt. So with that being said, we're going to have a couple of guys that's going to compete in the spring. We'll talk about these two guys, the two next guys that we know that are currently there that will be competing this spring. The first one's going to be this guy. His name is Joey Olsen, man. I absolutely love this kid. You know, he picked us over Oregon. He will be a true freshman coming into the season, but Joey Olsen stands at 6'5", 220 pounds. They had him listed. I'm sure he's bigger than that now. He looks a little thick from these workouts that Benny Wiley's been putting in that work with him. But he's a very elusive guy. We'll take a look at some film and some footage from him real quick and let you guys see exactly style. One thing I can say about this with the USC football Trojans, their tight end room is very versatile. It's a mixture of all guys, and you're going to see that Carson Tarach, Joey Olsen. All these guys have different styles. You'll take a look at his style. He's more of I would say kind of more of a traditional tight end. I think he's going to put on a lot of weight. Him and Walter Matthews, in my opinion, are both going to be the traditional type of tight ends. Let's take a look real quick at his film. All right, so here's going to be a look at Joey Olsen, man. You're getting ready to see what type of player he is. But you see, he's a big body. I mean, as I stated, 6'5", 220, and I'm sure right now he's looking like he's 230, but he has hands, great hands, big time body, out of the state of Oregon. And you're talking about a guy that just, you know, he can do it all, man. Catch, he can block, and he's able to secure that ball. So I like Joey Olsen, and he has some speed on him for his size. I like what he offers. A big time target. Catch radius is very well, and you see him there just absolutely stepping down the middle of that field, man. So that's Joey Olsen. He will be competing as a true freshman this spring. The next guy, I did a video on him, man. He's kind of, I guess someone could say, the forgotten guy, but he's not going to be the forgotten guy once he gets here, because this guy can absolutely do it all. I'm going to put him and Carson Tarach kind of in the same category, because these two guys can be like the, I guess, the H-back, if you will, the H-back type of tight end. Both of them are super, super elusive. Both of them have great hands. But he's standing at, this is Walker Lyons, standing at 6'4", 230 pounds as well. He's a beast, man. I mean, the way he catches the ball and the burst that he has after he catches is unreal. Let's take a look at Walker Lyons. You guys know he's coming back from a mission trip, but this kid is an absolutely insane athlete, and I love what I see from him as well. All right, so here's Walker, man. You see the one-handed catch. Look at him go up here, man. Look how he turns for the ball, and his knack for the ball, his ability to catch the ball, and his catch radius as well is good as well. but he just he kind of has somewhat of a different gear, and the way he positions himself, he's always seems like he's in the right place at the right time. You see him there on defense a little bit as well, but he's super athletic, and I will say that his gift is his hands. You can see it. I mean, he catches any and everything, and you see the burst right there. He has a little bit of a different type of speed for a big man and a big body, and I think it's straight up go time. You see him there on defense, but I don't think he's going to touch defense. Walker Lyons is an absolute beast of a tight end, but you can put him at the H-back, you can put him at the tight end, and hey, you never know. You may be able to do him like some coming out the backfield like a fullback, but that guy has all types of ability. And it's straight up go time with a guy like Walker Lyons, man. So I like him as well. It's a battle. I told you guys it's a big time battle. We got several tight ends that can do some things and make it happen. The next one is going to be this guy. You guys know I had him on my show, interviewed him, and this kid is an absolute total athlete. He's a basketball player as well. In fact, when I had him on my show, I talked about Antonio Gates being a basketball player. And I said, look, man, you can be like Antonio Gates, but this is Walter Matthews. You guys know Walter is standing at 6'7", 245 pounds. He would be, if you want to say like the traditional tight end, as far as the size goes, I think Walter Matthews is that guy. But he's super athletic for his size. He's probably more athletic than most tight ends that you will normally see, especially to be that size. But we'll take a look at his film real quick. And you'll see Walter Matthews is a guy that can absolutely catch that ball. You can see his big frame, no fat on him. I mean, you see his route running here, and you see his hands as well. But that 6'7" frame, that's something you can't teach. That's something you got to be born with. And he absolutely is. And to have a 6'7" frame, to be able to stick your body up, you could do so many things with a guy that's that big like that. And so Walter Matthews is one of those guys that I absolutely like. And a frame like that, you can line him up outside, you can line him up inside, put him in tight. Have him think that you're gonna do, block in the passing in the run game, and then put him out, split him out. But then you see him here catching that quick pass, but you see him the ability as well to get up the sideline. I really like the things that Walter Matthews can do, and I think it's straight up go. All right, the last one's going to be this guy right here. His name is Carson Tarach. Man, look, I'm very high on Carson, given the fact that he's so versatile. I will say, in my opinion, out of all these tight ends that we have, I would say he's the most versatile of all of them, because in high school, I saw him play running back. He played H-back. He did it all. He lined outside. And I think this kid, of course, you guys know he played defense. I did videos on him last year when he first came from Utah. But you're talking about a kid that can play defense as well. But when you're talking about the versatility, he only had one catch this year, and it was in the Holiday Bowl for 32 yards, but it was extremely explosive. And you saw the explosiveness, you saw the elusiveness, and I think you can really put him in the backfield behind the running back, in front of a running back, and have him lined up as a fullback, coming out the backfield and catching balls. I mean, I would like to see some of that with a guy like him, because he's standing at 6'2". He's the shorter of all of them, 6'2", 230 pounds. But like I said, he's so versatile, and I would like to see him do more so H-back, coming out the backfield things, opposed to having them line up on the line of scrimmage. You guys can talk back to me, let me know what you think. But this guy right here, once he gets the ball, he can straight up go as well. And we saw him quite a bit on special teams this year. He did his thing, he played his role, and he was a great special teams player. But it's time for him to break out as well. So look, man, I need you guys to talk to me. Let me know, what do you guys think this tight end battle will lead to? We talking about a major battle group. We can put Deuce Robinson out of this thing now, because we can officially, as I stated before, and we already knew it, that Deuce Robinson was a receiver in a tight end's body, and he officially will now play tight end. But we got some dogs at tight end, man. I mean, some absolute dogs. They're not all experienced, but I'm pretty confident that these guys can come in and move and groove and really make some things happen, man. And Carson Tarach, he's one of those guys, man, that I think USC he's a weapon, a straight up weapon. We got to find a way to get Carson Tarach on the field and utilize him and utilize his gifts and talent, man. USC, from an offensive standpoint, I don't think there, any flaws. I think even I'm feeling real comfortable and confident about the offensive line. We'll get on that. We'll talk about that. If no more pieces come in, we'll deal with the pieces we have. So now I've done the quarterbacks, I've done the running backs, and now we've done the tight ends. So we're going to go down the list. We're going to talk about position groups. I don't like trying to mix them all together because you guys see that it does take a little bit of time. And you already see it's like a 10, 11 minute video. I don't like to bore the patience too much. Attention span is only goes for so long for some people. So I know with myself. So look, man, we done the tight ends now. We'll move on to the next position groups. You guys drop in the comments, what position groups do you guys want to see me do next? As I stated, the running backs are done. You guys know I did Jaden Mayava and I did Miller Moss. I did the running backs, and now we did the tight ends. Drop in the comments, which position group do you want to see next? Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.